So just keep in mind, like if by the time you see something and you want to hit that record button, it's already gone. That's why we say just keep it running through the entire duration of the space. So back to Eliza. Don't expect numbers like 12 and 14. Think of today's standards, because the husband, Charles, was over double her age when they married. It was a creepy age gap back then. It's a creepy age gap now. Anyway, she married him because her father was over in England. He thought he was dying. He's trying to bring all of his children home to England so he can see them before he dies. Eliza didn't believe he was dying. Instead, she stayed put and got married. It's 1744. You do not get married in that year to get a green card. We're not even a country yet. So she did marry him out of love, and this is a true love story. There's no foul play with this marriage whatsoever. I'll debunk that for you, so do not ask any questions that are disrespectful to Eliza and Charles's marriage. But she was right. Dad did not die right away. Instead, he starts sending her gifts from England to where you're standing right now. One of those gifts happens to be the plant seeds of indigo. You guys have been in town for a day, or you're from here, you know what indigo is, or you've seen the word indigo somewhere. It's a plant that makes blue dye, makes our blue jeans blue. That's what we use it for now. But Eliza didn't know what to do with those seeds when she got them. She had to learn from her servants and slaves how to keep it cultivated. It's not always hot here. So when she figured that out, she learned how to make the dye, took it down to a cash crop, then got a hold of her dad and said, you know what, the rice plantations are going downhill. We're gonna make a killing with this indigo. And we now have an international businesswoman during colonial times. That's something absolutely unheard of. So that's the boring business stuff. Let's get into the weird stuff. That's why you're here. So what's going to happen is I'm going to go through each person with a communication device. I do always encourage that you share either an earbud. Obviously, you're an open air speaker, Doc, so you're going to be sharing that with your family to kind of see how the spirit boxes all work together. So Sarah, we're going to start with you. I'll just go left to right. So with yours, you're going to go after Eliza's death. So any questions that relate to her death, 4 common questions that we commonly ask that we get the answers to: how old she was when she died, what she died from, where she's buried, and what president was a pallbearer at her funeral. So kind of, those are 4 majors. You can ask any one of them if you want, or if you want to ask something else, just make sure it's not a yes/no question. Okay. Kirsten, I'm going to tread lightly with yours, simply because this will be the first time I'm handing out this set of questions in about 3 months. So you can ask about the children. Tread lightly. You can ask how many children she had and what their names were. That's it. Reason why: there's a tragedy pretty close still to the date that we're at, so don't poke the bear. If you do, all activity will stop, including the small EMFs we're already getting. So kind of keep that in mind. I've seen everything go down to 0 if somebody really pokes the bear with her. This is a prominent English woman. So again, we'll kind of see how this goes with this. Mike, with yours, you have 2 different devices. I'm going to be working with you about the little Ouija board device, but your word list generator. Eliza was the second wife named Eliza from Charles back to back. So he had 2 wives named Eliza. Ironically enough, both Elizas have a maiden name that starts with the letter L. It shows up often on your word list, depending on which one we're dealing with. You can also ask the marriage questions, how old she was, how old the husband Charles was, because you will see numbers on your device as well. I'm going to keep you behind so I can show you more about that Ouija board device once I get everybody spread out. And last but not least, right, so any other communication? Oh, you're the last one, Doc. So you're going to have something nice and easy. Your device usually only gives us 1 to 2 syllable answers. So the mansion's not here anymore. What happened to it? It's obviously a tragedy. And then when did that happen? So here's what I'm also going to kind of warn every communication device person tonight. Keep in mind, if you're asking questions, and you can focus on them, say them out loud, whatever you want to do, there's no right or wrong way. But keep in mind, we're using a lot of communication devices. We don't know where that communication is going to go. So Kirsten, you might actually ask an answer. The answer might come up as an EVP on my voice recorder or anybody else's spirit box. It happens all the time. So let's kind of move over this way so these folks can get to the vehicle. The cameras seem to be already kind of running, so we're kind of good on that front. Obviously, you know, the EMF here on yours is probably the most accurate. So my favorite is EMF detector because it is the most accurate. Expect a spike between 18 and 22 or higher. So you kind of have that inkling of thought. Everybody else that's spread out, I'm going to keep Mike behind with me for just a few minutes so I can explain that device to him. And then I'm going to be bouncing around with all of you for like 1 full round robin and kind of see what's going on with your devices. If there's not a whole lot going on, I'll wrap us up back here again and give you all of the answers. And also keep in mind, I did not give any of you questions you already know the answers to. Like, what color is George Washington's white horse, right? So you're going to be getting the answers from your communication devices. You don't know the answers yet. So it's all those silly things that you're going to hear that I want to know what you're hearing. So it is kind of an odd thing to do, but you're going to see how it all starts to piece together. All right, let's spread out.
Just anywhere here in
anywhere. Just stay.
Lot.
Yeah,
Okay.
Just stay away from the vehicle.
Did you say names and how many?
But there's nobody
Yes.
there.
Not how many.
Is it just like
yeah,
the trash
please
bin? show him when he comes over here, okay?
My app says dad, but then the real app is Palestinian.
Go swap around.
Look at that. Look at the two apps. Stay away. Palestinian.
So I'm going to prove something to you. Go ahead and hit the left white box on your phone.
On my phone, okay.
See the 1822?
Yes.
That's how many terms are in the dictionary.
Okay. So you have 9108, I have 9100. Right?
No. Go back.
Right.
Hit that white box again. You have 18.
So 1822 out of 9108.
What does that mean?
6.4.
That's how many words are in a dictionary that it may recognize from the radio.
I thought it was saying stay away from Palestinians. Because it said stay away and then it said Palestinian.
So let's talk about your Ouija board device. So since you're double fisted right now, I'm going to kind of sneak it out of your phones.
Oh, okay.
Just so I can show you how it actually works. So as you can see, the cursor's moving over the alphabet. Anytime there's an EMF spike, it's going to stop it and put it in that bottom row. That's where your A came from. I turned down your sensitivity, which is down here below the red light. You don't want to mess the other two. What do you got?
I got 6.4.
I got weird
So you better
figures
go over there,
everywhere.
right? Because that'll
I'm remembering what they
increase
got.
the magnitude, or
3.2, 10, and then 6.4. So again, anytime it comes up with a letter, and again, I just turned up the sensitivity all the way because there's not supposed to be any electricity in here. The wiring are not going to make a difference around us.
so AO.
An AO. So again, once this thing gets full, you're going to take the green dial and turn it counterclockwise till it clicks, and then turn it back on again. Just turn it a little quarter turn until it's pointing at the corner up here, and it starts it off fresh. Otherwise, it'll just rewrite the letters and kind of give us false positives, and that's what we don't want. So again, just only use the one on the left. The other two are meant for indoor activities. So again, we're outdoors, so that's the only one we're going to use.
Okay, thank you very much.
And I'll be asking you from time to time more about your word list. So I'll kind of get you set back. Now you're on practice.
Practical, yeah. Well, this mechanism is very practical.
I love using this. This is just kind of a supplement. I'm writing down the numbers of the area.
I guess so.
Yeah, you've heard that.
I have it straight.
I would aim it more straight.
If I found something.
Handle the camera. Just wherever you're going to point a
Should I
camera.
stay away from people when I do this, or just make it count?
That doesn't necessarily matter.
Okay.
Almost with all cameras, I would suggest that you have somebody in view so that in case something does go by, it has some
reference?
Yeah, so it'll either go in front of you or it'll go behind you.
Oh,
so
that's
that's things you can kind of see.
Okay, okay.
I think I
Oh yeah. Yeah. This is like the first time that I've used it.
Yeah.
I didn't buy the upgrade.
Your number.
5.5. Suspect.
it's just they're everywhere. Are you trying to show me a dance or something? You're all over the place.
What about Chloe?
Diamond, maybe Chloe. Is Chloe from us? Yeah,
Chloe
the
is
Charles Pinckney, that national board. Advertising, yeah.
Courtney Chloe Camp?
drop on there because they have rice. Then
Oh, and then Devin. Who's Devin?
I don't know who that is.
Oh. Alright, where is it? And then I have LSIPFLQWOXG. So you said push it down for 1 second.
Should we go back to how many points you have left? We heard bridge as well.
That's one of our radio stations.
Okay.
Finn! That's you, Mom. It says Finn on it.
Hey, who's got the highest EMF so far? You're 14 points in them?
I don't know. Like, I don't know.
Liz.
Oh, sip. Who's sipping? Well, I did. Well, no, I am. Here. That's sustainable. So he doesn't have hair. Bob doesn't have hair. Oh, no, wait, you're not Bob's wife. You're,
All right, Lexi, how you doing over there, honey?
I see all, like, it's all purple figures over there, and they're doing a whole bunch of stuff.
Okay. So then I want to kind of get a gist. Did you see him from way back here, or were you closer?
I was back here and closer.
Okay.
Ads? Okay, you get ads on there.
I have ads because I didn't.
Using your phone?
And you're recording it, so I'll be able to check it out to see if it's a legitimate ghost over there. Okay? Because there's a lot of stuff over there, and that might be picking up on all that stuff. So, again, there's pallets, there's a big garbage dumpster, there's the wall, so it might be picking up on a lot of that stuff over there. So I'll take a look at it, and you've been recording it, so good job. So keep that going. Anything crazy going with the camera? I know you got to be kind of focused.
Yeah. Liz. We heard Liz.
Well, her full name is
Lizzie Gordon? Vegetable. Is that? Who's the vegetable?
She was a botanist, so she would have been All right, any other readings, Karen?
Fast.
6.8. So then should I be recording there? That coach should be telling me if you see something. Did you
So-
say you got a 14?
He had a 55 back on.
Okay, so I need to be like listening to other people then.
But the problem with finding like using EMF to film is that unless it's at the same time, by the time you get over to the camera, it's gone. So it bounces all over the place.
I got some.
So that's the
So should I be like standing somewhere with them so that it's like
the best way of thinking is basically how we think. Everybody pointing to the different directions. Because I didn't say you go over there and go over there. Right. I kind of look at you guys and I feel it out. You want to see what you've done. Almost like
Did he say
He said
things or
he said that it could just be like from the dumpster and the walls, but he said that later he will check it out to see if it is actually a ghost.
but moving around and doing like that? It's gonna drive people crazy looking at that video. Everybody here is gonna be looking at it. So.
anything showing up around me?
Yeah, like right there.
Wait, stop. He's picking up on lights and stuff like that. So who's that?
I saw something over there.
Say hello to Lexi.
Who you calling over here?
right range here. For those of you with cameras, if you want to stop them and give your hands a break, by all means.
Sorry.
So, with that said, I'm going to be looking for the letters RI out of your little Ouija board device that are going to come up consecutively. They have to be in that order, and I'll explain why here in just a moment. This is where some of the duels used to occur for the city of Charleston. So I say some of them because dueling used to be illegal. So they had to find little hiding spots. This happened to be one of those hiding spots. Oh, by the way, let me get back to cameras for just a second. It tells a story, but I'm going to give you a lot. Had that actually occur about 6 times. So the same amount of months that I've had it, we've had the same number occur when I mentioned Ralph Isaac's name. So kind of keep that in mind. That's why I told him to look for RI. Now, with Ralph, he tells the doctor, dude, you don't want to stay here. I know this guy. He's going to try to kill you. Come with me to 59 Church Street. You can rent a room from friends of mine. They'll get you a room and you'll be safe and good to go. Doc, keep it running.
Christian gas.
Why are you coming at me?
Isn't the
hip spot shot.